Portugal versus Armenia. What a night. What a performance. What a demolition. This match didn't just produce a scoreline, it produced a highlight reel that looked almost unreal. So let's jump straight into it. Because from the very first whistle, Portugal wasted 0 seconds, letting the world know what kind of game this was going to be. The ball rolls, Portugal press instantly, and within minutes the first big moment arrives. Bruno Fernandes picks up the ball in midfield, scans, threads a laser-guided pass between 2 Armenian defenders, and suddenly, João Felix is in behind. The crowd rises. Felix takes a touch, looks up, and slots it into the bottom right corner. Cool, calm, clinical. Portugal 1, Armenia 0, and the stadium explodes with noise. You can feel the energy shift instantly. Portugal smell blood. Barely a few minutes later, another highlight. Bernardo Silva drifts inside with that signature silky footwork of his, skipping past one defender, then another. He lays it off perfectly to Ronaldo at the edge of the box. Ronaldo doesn't hesitate. He fires one of those trademark rockets, the kind that seem to bend space and time, and the ball smashes into the back of the net. The Armenian keeper doesn't even move. It's 2-0, and Cristiano has that look in his eyes that says, this isn't enough. Armenia try to respond. They push forward for the first time in the match, stringing a few passes together. There's a moment, a brief moment, where you think they might settle into the game. But Portugal say, absolutely not. On the next possession, it's a counter-attack masterpiece. Nuno Mendes bursts down the left wing with the speed of a sprinter, cuts it across the box, and Diogo Jota arrive perfectly on time to tap it in. 3 goals inside the opening phase of the match. Portugal aren't just playing football, they're performing. Then comes one of the biggest highlights of the first half. Bruno Fernandes wins the ball high up the pitch, and without even looking, he flicks a no-look pass into space. Felix collects it, dances past a desperate tackle, and curls a beauty into the top corner. The stadium becomes a hurricane of sound. Portugal 4, Armenia 0, and the Armenian defenders are staring at each other, wondering what storm they've walked into. Armenia finally get a moment of hope. A rare breakaway catches Portugal slightly off guard. A long ball over the top, a quick touch, and Armenia fire one past Diogo Costa. The Armenian fans erupt. Even at 4-1, that goal means something. A spark of pride, a reminder that they can still punch back. But this spark only makes Portugal even more ruthless. Because the next highlight is brutal. Straight after conceding, Portugal go all out. Bernardo Silva slices the defense open with one perfectly weighted through ball. Ronaldo sprints through, one-on-one, fakes the shot, rounds the keeper, and taps it home with ease. It's the kind of goal that makes defenders question their entire career choices. 5 goals for Portugal, and they're not slowing down. As the second half begins, Armenia try to reorganize, but Portugal are already in full predator mode. The 6th goal is pure teamwork. A quick triangle of passes between Fernandes, Bernardo, and Jota ends with Jota smashing the ball into the roof of the net. The keeper gets a hand on it, but the shot is too powerful. Portugal 6, Armenia 1. The scoreboard is starting to look like a glitch. Then comes one of the most beautiful highlights of the night. Portugal win a free kick about 25 yards out. Cristiano Ronaldo steps over the ball. The whole stadium holds its breath. He runs up, strikes it with that famous knuckleball technique, and the ball dips and swerves into the top corner like it was remote controlled. Fans jump, scream, cry. It's vintage Ronaldo in all its glory. Portugal now have 7. Armenia's players look heartbroken, but they still keep trying. The 8th goal comes from another relentless attack. Rafael Leao, just subbed on, uses raw power to bulldoze past 2 defenders. He cuts inside, shoots low, and the ball sneaks into the bottom corner. Portugal hit 8. The Armenian keeper can only sit in silence for a moment, hands on his knees, staring at the turf in disbelief. And then, to seal this unforgettable highlight reel, Portugal score the 9th. A corner comes swinging in from Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Dias rises above everyone, towering like a giant, and smashes a header into the net. 9 goals. A complete, historic, overwhelming performance. Armenia can hardly believe what's happening, but they still finish the match with dignity, pushing forward in the last minutes, chasing a second goal, even though the game is long lost. That's football. Pride matters. The final whistle blows. Portugal win 9-1. The crowd celebrates like they've witnessed something legendary. Cameras catch fans hugging, chanting, flags waving everywhere. The Portuguese players embrace each other with smiles that say they knew exactly what they came to do. Armenia's players walk off with heavy steps, disappointed but respected for not giving up. Looking back at the highlights, this match wasn't just domination. It was a message. Portugal showed the world their firepower. They showed chemistry, confidence, and hunger. Every goal had its own story, its own emotion, its own electricity. Whether it was Ronaldo's magic, Felix's finesse, Jota's aggression, or the midfield's creativity, Portugal made this night theirs. And that's the beauty of football. One match can break records, rewrite narratives, and remind us why we love this sport. A 9-goal showcase from Portugal, one brave reply from Armenia, 90 minutes of pure intensity, and memories that fans will talk about for years.